Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Friday, November the 17th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. And this is a link to get into our free room, Trading Room. I share my screen all day long and get live on the mic at the same time. And you do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas. You can come in as a guest, no problem. No credit cards, no nothing. Okay, just create a password and that's it. This is a link for a subscription to Trade Ideas, and I open the room at about 9 o'clock every day Eastern Time, and that's when I start to share my screen. I get live at about 9:05. All right, well, what a fantastic, for me anyway, just a great way to end this phenomenal trading week. We've just had some unbelievable plays, especially in these low float stocks, with less than 1 million shares in the float, and just have been absolutely on fire. While that momentum less than 10 window was just churning out idea after idea. Couldn't take them all, of course, but definitely a lot in our trading room. We were able to get into many of them, and they were just fantastic. So this one, I saw it right here, all right, DCIX. And now, again, if you've been in the room before or you've seen this one, you know that it had craziness on the, you're going to see it. There we go. So a lot of craziness, and not that long ago, earlier this month, and all the way up from $2 all the way up to 28, and then it came right back down. Now, so when I saw it in the pre-market, I sort of said, yeah, right, I don't really care. But this is actually an earnings release. They actually released earnings today. So I took a look at it just for fun. Thought, well, what could it possibly say? And so the big deal is that they only lost $8.7 million this year versus $126 million last year. So even though it's not great or anything like that, but you have to think that this is sort of an eye-catching headline. So in the pre-market, I actually was trying to get into it right around here, right in the 8 level, but it was so spready. I think at one point I saw, the bid was 850 and the ask was 930. So I just could not do it. But it started to settle down just a little bit. And again, this tan area here is the pre-market. So I kind of closed my eyes and said, okay, I have to get into this. That headline is probably going to capture the attention of a lot of traders. So I want to be in, relatively soon. So I got in at $9.80. Well, let's put it this way. My last sell was at all the way up here at 1730. I think it was 1730. Yeah, 1730 or so. I sold on the way up. 1137, 1220, 1285. It was really quite incredible to see this action again. But you had to be quick, you had to be nimble, because then look what happened. It basically collapsed. And so, you really do have to be, watching these. You can't take a trade like this and then go make yourself a sandwich or, do something else. You have to be watching like a hawk these sort of trades. So anyway, that was just a phenomenal trade for a lot of us. Again, I don't know how many actually partook in the pre-market. This was before I was in the room, of course. This is 8:15. The room doesn't open till 9. But anyway, so that kind of set the tone for the day, obviously. A little recap for myself on the icon. This is one that I was going to swing. And again, why was I looking to swing this one? I got into this one yesterday. And just based on this daily, I mean, look at the potential void fill that it had. So I got into this one yesterday at 222. So I got into this one right about here. I actually got in early, got knocked out, and then got back in right here, 222. Was holding, and it closed right here at 245. But keep getting these notices, of course, that they're looking. They're not NASDAQ compliant. They hope to be NASDAQ compliant maybe in January. And I just said, I don't know if I really want to keep holding this one. There's just so much negative news out there. So I decided, actually, it was an after hours that I sold my position at 245. And I woke up this morning and to this. So I was very glad I did that. What else did? Now I'm in this one still. Carnival. Just before I started this. Just before I started this recap. This is an earnings play, all right, and I believe this is it's not quite a lifetime high, but this is an earnings play, and so it had a nice gap, had this little pullback, and then on this candle right there, I decided to take it. It was over the whole number. Got in at 27.16, right about here, and I had to watch this one. If I go to a 5-minute chart. I had to watch this one a little bit closely because, I got in here and immediately dropped down to 27.04 immediately, and I got very, very spready, but I held on and I got rewarded because it popped up to here. I started piecing a lot out at around 27.55. Right about here. So it turned out to be a very, very quick trade. Still have a little bit left just in case this is a momentary pullback, but if not, I'll get out certainly where I bought it. So but I'm out most of it, in that 27.55, and it was very, very quick. The unfortunate part is that I wanted to short this Williams Sonoma. We were watching this one a lot. We're in this one all the way down, and I kind of missed this one. Unfortunately, I was my early plan actually in the because I have to take a look at this on a 15. It'll be a lot more clear. There we go. So this was an earnings play, and look what it did. It released earnings after hours yesterday. Big collapse. It was kind of holding that area in the pre-market, still below the lows of after hours, and then all of a sudden you get this big red candle just before the market opens. So I was actually looking at this as maybe an all-day short, but it did a lot of this, popped up, looked like maybe it was going to actually recover because actually a lot of the retail stocks, Foot Locker, I can go Shoe Carnival, the one I'm in, but let's take a look at the ETR or ETF for the for retail. The market is off today, but the retail sector has done really well. Maybe a little bit of from Walmart yesterday, but so many of them did very well. So it actually looked that maybe this would recover. Looked like it was going to go into recovery mode and kind of tag along with the rest of the retail sector. Anyway, bottom line is that it didn't, and it started to fall. And I wanted to take this short. I was waiting very patiently to see if it would break down under 45 and get into the high 80s, as I called it. And unfortunately, because what was happening with Shoe Carnival, I had to watch that one like a hawk, and I kind of missed this move down. And it looks like it's just going to go lower. So anyway, that kind of sums up the day. I am still in this one, CDXC from yesterday. This is I got into this one yesterday at 6:30. This was a Holly alert from a couple of days ago. Got into this one at 6:30 and held, and it looks like it was trying to break 7. This is an all-time high up here, so it's kind of, I always find it interesting that it's such a cheap stock and it's at an all-time high. But anyway, I'm still in this one. I got out, unfortunately, I got out of my VRS swing. I was in this one at 8:05 from a couple of days ago. Sold some yesterday, and I did say that if it broke down through 9, I was going to get out. It didn't close. It closed at 9:04 yesterday, but then look at this bottoming tail right there at 8:82. So I got out just under 9, and then it immediately popped up. So it happens, but I had to sort of go by my plan, because this could have just as easily gone all the way back to where I bought it, and I would not have wanted that, obviously. All right. Yeah, that's about it. There's a couple other little ones, but not really anything to speak of. So I think I'll get back into the room. Just a word. Next week, of course, is American. I'm Canadian, but I mean next week is a American Thanksgiving on Thursday, and it's only a half-day trading on Friday. But I'm going to shut the room down on Friday also. Of course, so the room is of course closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving, and I'm just not going to open the room at all on Friday, so I'll be taking 2 days off. Next week's webinar schedule is only Monday and Tuesday. There is not a webinar on Wednesday. So let me bring back my capture program. And again, if you have any questions for me, just here's the email to use. This is the link to get into our free trading room. This is a link for subscription. Just to give you an idea, it'll cost you $4.40 a day for our premium service. That is, of course, if you buy it upfront for a year, it'll work out to about $4.40 a day with the promo code that's there. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you when I open the room Monday morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time.